Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to another edition of Intuitive Angling. And man, I really appreciate you guys making some time to check the video out, spend a little bit of time with me today. And guys, today I'm going to show you what I consider the #1 lure to get the most amount of bites on in the wintertime months of the year. Maybe not get you the biggest bites, but as far as if you just want to go out and catch a bunch of fish and catch a limit of fish, whether you're a live scoper or a non-live scoper, this thing I'm going to show you is literally like a live bait. I'm going to show you guys how to rig it and give you guys some tips and advice on how to fish it. And also, guys, just wanted to invite everybody out there. If you haven't had a chance or didn't know that we have it here on the channel, we have a members only section on Intuitive Angling. And as a member, you get extra videos every week that aren't seen by the public. This is a deal where I share some of my secrets that I don't talk about on the main channel. You got some access to my personal email address for your fishing questions, some good perks. And if you're interested, just go to my YouTube homepage and click on the join button. It gives you the info for that and gets you all set up with that. Much appreciated. Okay, guys, if you're a regular to the channel, you've probably seen me talk about this bait a little bit before, but I really want to reiterate and I want to talk in this video about how effective this bait is in the winter time of the year and sort of talk about how to fish a little bit. And that is this 3-inch long Megabass Hazendong shad. It's a narrow profile swim bait, guys, extremely subtle. Guys, this thing is literally like using a live minnow. I mean, if you put some good fish scent on it, you know, light line, I usually fish it on 4-pound test Seaguar and Vizex line. It's one of the most finessey baits that you can fish in the wintertime. And if you have a lake where you've got water visibility of over 4 foot, and especially if the lake you has a mixed species of bass like spotted bass, smallmouth, and largemouth, there's not another bait out there, guys, that's going to get you more bites than this thing. Well, this thing will catch every dang fish in the lake. So I want to show you a little bit about how I like to fish it. Now, one of the ways that I started fishing this thing out is I started drop shotting it in the summertime for suspended bass at Table Rock Lake. It works really good as a drop shot bait. But in the wintertime, I like to fish it with the Megabass Okashira jig head. And also, guys, I'll put both of these, my Tackle Warehouse links in the description if you guys want to pick up a couple of these things. But the Megabass Okashira jig head, it's got like a real cool fish head design here. This was the original fish head design. Guys, this has been copied by a lot of different companies, but Megabass had the original fish head design many years ago. And I used the 1/8 ounce size on it. And come in, guys, and this is so critical, this part of it. When you come in on this Hazendong shad, it is so narrow that you have got to get it just perfectly straight on there. If you don't thread this thing just on perfectly straight, it's not going to run right. It's so precise it'll run to the side. So take your time and go super slow, and put on your reading glasses if you're like me and have to have them. But go super slow where you come out straight on the top where it's completely straight, and then adjust your bait like that so you got the setup there. I mean, does that not look like something a fish would eat or not? I mean, that is a lively looks just like a freaking minnow in the water out there. And it's got, see how that tail's just wiggling right there? It's just got a real little subtle wiggle on it. And thing about this, guys, if you're a live scoper out there, this is going to be an incredible live scoping bait. Not that I'm endorsing live scope, but I know there's some live scope fanatics out there. So this is going to be probably one of your top live scope baits for those open water suspended fish. But the way that I like to fish this bait, being a non-live scoper, is the best way that I catch fish on it is I concentrate on main lake points in the wintertime. And these points can be, it doesn't matter if they're flat or 45-degree angle or steep points. It doesn't matter if they're gravel or clay or, you know, boulders, any type of main lake point that has clear water on it. Now what's going to have, you're going to have 2 different ways you can fish it. If you've got water visibility over 4 or 5 feet, you're going to have some fish that are on the bottom on that point and some fish that are out off deep or suspended. So the first thing I do with it, and I fish it, like I said, on that Megabass whip snake spinning rod, 4-pound test, not 6, 4-pound test Seaguar and Vizex line, because you get a lot better feel and contact with the bait. And I'll throw it out there on that point, usually throw it out in like 10 to 20 foot of water, let it hit the bottom and just slow crank it and try to keep it just right off the bottom. Catch a lot of fish like that, especially if there's a larger largemouth population in there over a spotted bass and a smallmouth. But if that doesn't work, I move farther off the point. I get my boat out like in 25 to 40 foot of water, and I fan cast all over the point ends and sides. You don't need forward facing sonar, and just I'll experiment. I'll let the bait go down 5, 10, 15, 20, reel it through the water column suspended, and this is how I catch a bunch of fish at Table Rock Lake in the wintertime. If you have a lake like Lake Lanier in Georgia, or Lake Norman, any place that has a big spotted bass population, all you guys that fish California, Lake Oroville, all that type of stuff, this is going to be real good. Fan casting around those point ends and sides. If there's a fish around there, they will eat that thing. If you get it close to fish, they will eat it. And it's really good under super tough fishing conditions. If you guys get a day where it's calm and bright and just hard to get a bite, that is when the Hasdong shad excels more than anything else. Now, if it's windy or nasty, yeah, I'm going to be throwing a jerkbait for sure. But if it slicks off and gets tough, this is the bait that I pick up to definitely load the boat with a lot of fish in there. But anyway, guys, give it a try. Like I said, I'm not saying you're going to catch hogs on this thing. I mean, not saying you can't catch a good one, but if you just want to get a lot of bites, and if you have a lake that has a lot of smallmouth or spotted bass, you can still catch big ones on this thing. Big spotted bass and smallmouth will hit this thing just like they will a jerkbait. So give it a try, guys. Tackle Warehouse link in the description. Megabass 3-inch Hasdong shad, Okashira jig head. It's like using live bait, man. Just give it a try and find out for yourself with it. So hope you guys are doing good. We'll talk later.